Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
Talk of serving alcohol during Bison games at the Fargo Dome is flowing, but might not have all fans cheering. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Fargo Dome Authority likes the idea of serving alcohol at Bison games, but only in suites.
Now, Valley News Team's Krista Boehm joins us with why only suites and how such sales might compare to other arenas. Krista?
Mike, Steph, the idea of selling alcohol in suites was sparked by a conversation between the president of the Fargo Dome Authority Board and NDSU President Dean Brashani. The idea would require a change in current policy, which does not allow alcohol inside the dome during Bison games. Brashani favors the change, but only for those in suites. It's a hard stance to take, with some members of the authority saying the dome has to represent all patrons. The Fargo Dome has 16 suite holders who obviously pay more for their choice spots.
Suites are used for marketing, for entertaining customers and things like that, and I think we've all probably been at suites where it would seem odd not to have alcohol, quite frankly.
We like to keep the game atmosphere and the general seating the way it is, because we do have a lot of families and students, and so we would support suites only.
In Grand Forks, alcohol is allowed, but not in student sections at both the Alara Center for football and at Ralph Engelstad for hockey. No decision was made tonight, and in order for the policy to be changed, both sides would have to agree, and then the current contract, which is in year 4 of a 5-year deal, would have to be altered. You can look for the two sides to get together in a couple weeks. Steph?
All right, Krista, thank you. Now, we also looked into the money side of this. Last season, the Alara Center made around $85,000 in alcohol sales for about just 6 UND football games. We weren't able to get any numbers from the Ralph because it is a private company.
A couple of local rap groups are upset, saying police are targeting them after shutting down their concert. It happened Saturday night in Moorhead at Days Inn, where police say the hotel wanted the crowd out. Authorities released this dash cam video. Police saying the crowd is being disrespectful and potentially dangerous. No one was arrested. There were no reports of injuries. But members of the music groups performing say they're being targeted.
We ain't nothing but a music label. We love to rap. We love music. And they came there and then shut us down, and afterwards said that it was a near riot between the two groups. And it wasn't fair, and that was so unreal. You know, it was a lie, and they just profiling, and I feel like it's not right.
Days Inn, where the concert was held, declined to go on camera to talk with us. But they did tell us nothing was damaged and they didn't lose any money.
Now, police have confirmed the body that was pulled from the Red River in Grand Forks last night is missing 25-year-old man Aaron Pigeon of Badger, Minnesota. Pigeon went missing late Saturday night after telling friends he was stepping outside a downtown Grand Forks bar to have a cigarette. Police are still waiting on autopsy results to reveal if foul play is involved. Friends told police, though, that Pigeon did not seem suicidal.
Bail was set at $25,000 today for the man accused of stealing a minivan Sunday night with a 3-year-old sleeping in the back seat. Ali Hashi is charged with felony theft and misdemeanor theft of property. Fargo investigators say that Hashi is not being charged with kidnapping because he may not have realized the child was in the back seat. Kidnapping charges would require intent to kidnap. If you need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, here's some advice. Call our whistleblower hotline, 701-237-6576. Call that number and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case.
It's Tuesday, and that means another edition of our weekly restaurant report card.
Tonight we stay in Cass County as Valley News Team's Bradford Eric checks out 3 Fargo eateries.
We begin along 13th Avenue South at Schlotsky's Deli. This popular chain restaurant serves over-the-counter deli sandwiches and soups, among other dishes. In their most recent health inspection report, the restaurant was cited only for one critical violation. They weren't date marking some of their leftover food. Even though the report lists it as a repeat violation, the Schlotsky's manager says they have corrected it. Next up is Osgood Nutrition. Chief among their options, smoothies and other shakes. They were cited for one critical and one non-critical violation in their most recent report. They weren't using gloves. The manager says it was a one-time mistake where a glove was not used when handling a banana. It's since been corrected. Lastly, we head to where the Golden Corral used to be. It's been closed since June 17th, according to this flyer posted in the windows and doors. While there, some people stopped by looking to purchase the leftover equipment inside the place. They say there was chronic understaffing that eventually forced the establishment to close. I was curious if there was anything more as to why they were shut down, so I pulled their most recent health inspection. Golden Corral was cited for 3 non-critical violations. Shelves needed replaced and it needed cleaned a little better. If you remember, however, they were shuttered for a time in the recent past by the Golden Corral corporate office for issues related to cleanliness, evidenced by these pictures a viewer sent us last spring. I called Mark Johnson to see if there was anything more to this place closing up. He's not gotten back to me yet. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
By the way, one of our viewers tipped us off about the Golden Corral being shut down.
Fuel your brain while giving back to the community. That's part of the Fargo Public Library's Every Hero Has a Story summer reading program for kids. Youngsters are encouraged to donate 2 non-perishable food items at any Fargo Public Library. That food will be donated to the Great Plains Food Bank. The drive runs until August 8th. In exchange for their food donation, kids will receive a sticker for their summer reading program book log. For more information, head to valleynewslive.com and then click on the hot button.
For the 3rd day in a row, National Weather Service teams fanned out across the valley to survey suspected tornado touchdowns from Saturday's outbreak.
Now, at last count, 14 tornado tracks have been confirmed, and Storm Team meteorologist Lisa Green joined in on the hunt for telltale signs of recent touchdowns in rural Richland County.
We do have that warning in northern Richland County.
While minutes matter during a tornado outbreak,
so that means that the radar is still indicating some rotation.
the aftermath can last a lifetime. It's National Weather Service meteorologist Greg Gust's job to assess what's left behind.
I'm out here trying to connect the dots because most of the people living here, it's like they know if something happened here. They may not know if something happened 3 miles further down the road.
Snapped trees and a toppled grain bin may be his first dot in a tornado path in rural Richland County.
It would be a lot easier if we had continuous tracks through all these shelter belts leading us through. Well, we don't have that in this area. We'll see if we have that anywhere else.
There's an art to finding less obvious tornado paths. It involves driving long hours down dirt roads, visiting with locals, and most of all, a keen eye.
One way to pinpoint where a tornado has touched down is actually to look for hail damage. In this cornfield, you can see the corn stalks have been sheared at the top and the leaves have been really damaged by hail that fell Saturday. Oftentimes where there's hail damage, you can also find tornado damage, which runs basically right alongside that path.
Finding the tornado path is a crucial step in understanding the impacts of an outbreak.
Could at least be the first dot, and so we'll hunt down there and see if we have some connectivity.
In rural Richland County, Lisa Green, Valley News Live Storm Team.
Well, Greg Gust says our TV coverage on Saturday, along with viewer photos and video posted to Valley News Live's social media pages, confirmed that he saw what he saw on the radar and then gave him a good clue of where to search in the valley.